clock. Get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple.
Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic
ball up top.
Denver also making some changes. Kenneth Fareed comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Freak subbed in for Moutier. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Scola comes in for Gorgui Dieng. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Wiggins. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Scola. And it's Towns in at the pivot, manning the middle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors was just phenomenal. He finished with 30 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. It was just a solid outing for him and one that every coach likes to see.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
The shot's good from Fareed.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And stolen by Freak. To the middle. Harris passes to Fareed. That ties the game. Fareed's got 10 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a big in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Denver making a switch here.
Nikola Jokic and Milo Gallinari.
Now Towns. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Utah.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Now here's Freak following the miss by Luis Scola. Here's Muhammad, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Freak kicks to Barton. Screen by Fareed. Freak. A three-pointer is right on target. Freak's got 28.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
I mean, come on. You don't see misses like that. I mean, that's great school.
From deep, another three for Denver.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Now, here's Rubio. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And that one's good. Freak.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And now it's a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense,
they can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing,
Here is the
fellas.
2K leaderboard
Spacing.
of last season's top passing team. The Timberwolves second.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
Kevin Serafin is checked in for Luis Scola. On up the court. And that one's good. Barton. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points. In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Here's Barton. Pass to Freak. Stolen by Levine. And stolen by Freak. Takes it off the glass. Freak's got 39.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Here's Barton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 12. And it's Rubio penetrating. Here's Seraphin. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Barton. And that one goes long. The Timberwolves have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's Towns. And it's Denver with the rebound. Barton's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Freak with it. Now guarded by Towns. Now the feed to Barton. The dish to Freak. Nailed from three-point land. Freak's got 46 points.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. A look now at where the Timberwolves ranked in the NBA last year. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they were number 2 distributing the basketball. This team always makes the extra pass and does a good job executing its offense. That leads to good shots and good scores.
And looking at their field goal percentage, really, it was something to behold. A team that didn't settle, worked for high-quality shots, a significant accomplishment to lead the league in that category.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. That is good. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Freak. Shot from 12. Again, the Nuggets score.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here's Muhammad following the basket by Freak, and that one's good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And it's Barton atop the key. Passes it to Freak. Screen by Fareed. Fires for 3. And it's Freak missing. Timberwolves trail by 18. Here's Muhammad. Got a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Freak with the ball. Wasted no time on that one. Freak's got 53.
They're shooting just over 50% on their three-point attempts. That's excellent. Each one they make is a tiny little dagger in the heart of the defense.
And stolen by Freak. From beyond the arc, it's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rubio with it. Out defended by Freak. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Nuggets lead by 19. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
Same approach as always. Give me the ball. Let me do my thing. Sometimes guys on our team or a coach try to overthink things. It's simple. Just get the ball to your natural score. Make sure you don't trip on yourself when you're getting out the way.
Wow, Kevin, not sure what to do with that one.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Freak. He's now up to 51 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on them.
Yeah, and Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Freak is out there with Will Barton. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now here's Wiggins. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
To the inside. Rubio dishes to Wiggins, and he gets the bucket. Wiggins has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Timberwolves. Now here's Freak. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Luis Scola. Levine passes to Wiggins. Levine kicks to Rubio. Shoots from 12. Scola, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 17. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Gallinari against Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Freak. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0-3.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
How about Wiggins in this one? 18 points and also a block shot. Really dominating this game, just taking it over.
And really, the fact that he's making it look so effortless while he's doing it.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to this second half. Still scoreless.
Rubio with it. Out defended by Freak. Rubio dishes to Levine. Wiggins up top. Here's Towns. Scola trying to break free. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 10 points.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Now here's Freak. Covered by Rubio. Kicks it to Freak. Tries a 3. Rubio with the rebound.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
Levine passes to Scola. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Now on the court, your very own Nuggets Gangster.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Freak number 1.
Well, for him, it was one of the best years he could have behind the three-point line. A dream year behind the arc for this guy. He was the number 1 three-point shooter in the league.
The Nuggets leading by 12. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. There's a screen. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Freak's got 55.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Misses the 3.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And not sure what he was thinking there. Timberwolves trail by 12. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Rubio. How he performed last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Here's Wiggins. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 22 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Barton. Here's Freak. Rebounded by Luis Scola.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Here's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing. Denver leading by 10. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed.
Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 6th in blocks, 7th in rebounding. And they made their way into the top 10 in second chance points. I mean, this is a team that really emphasized chasing down missed shots. And they did a pretty good job of it.
And speaking of all their block shots, certainly a team that when you took it inside, you had to keep your head on a swivel. They were lurking at all times. How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed. Good job. Nice job by Fareed to lay into that defender. Put some wood on him with that screen.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. 13 feet away. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Wiggins has got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Freak. He kicks to Fareed. Barton dishes to Freak. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. 4 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Jokic, the 18-footer, is right on the mark. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Nice piece of work there. Give yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
The pass to Wiggins. Gallinari with the steal. A solo fast break. And that one's good. Freak's got 4 points in the quarter. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been
The Nuggets leading by 21. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Towns is out there with Jang. Then it's Scola. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Serafinin at the center position. And that one's good. Barton's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Nuggets. Barton's gone 3 for 5 from the field. And Jang kicks to Towns. To halt the run. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Chandler a screen. Here's Freak. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
That's tipped. Here's Fareed. finished off the break.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Freak. The shot is off. Wiggins with some nice D. An even 3-on-3 break. He feeds it to Seraphin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Nuggets leading by 21. From downtown. And it's Freak missing. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Wiggins kicks to Towns. Wiggins drives in. Lets it go from 14. Goes back up. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Bean comes in for Kevin Seraphin, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Gorgie Dang. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's Rubio. Feeds to Towns. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Freak. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trail by 16. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 60.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Knocked away. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Will it go? The kick out to Scola. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. Out to the right wing. Gallinari wide open. Another 3 for Denver.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Here's Wiggins. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Wiggins has got 15 points here in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Fast break, Minnesota. And stolen by Freak. Pass to Barton. A stupendous finish in traffic.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. The drive by Rubio. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, I like that
Timberwolves trail by 19. Knocked away. And stolen by Freak. The finish.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Towns, no luck. And here's Denver. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Here's Freak. But they recover it. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Minnesota shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Freak. From beyond the arc. That's good. Freak's got 16 here in the second half.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Laverne, he's checked in for Denver. Minnesota also making some changes. Wiggins comes in for Nikola Pekovic. And Levine subbed in for Towns. Wiggins kicks to Scola. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, a lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
And the game would be an entirely different story if they would take better care of the basketball.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Jang. Bielitsa comes in for Zach LaVine, and Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
That drops.
You can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
The shot's good from Fareed.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, with a game like tonight, you were all over the place. A triple-double in the box score. Would you consider this one of your better games of the season thus far?
Gorilla triple-double? Y'all didn't even know that. I guess I would have to say it was one of the better ones I played in. Really, I'm just happy with how the team competed and that we got the win. Personal stats are secondary to that, always.
Congratulations, Kevin. You're going to deliver it. Take some chops.
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping. What'd you think, Kenny?
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
To me, it was his three-point shot that made the biggest difference for them. He was killing them from long range. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
On some chill, we go 0 to 100.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching. We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, they've had a lot of success early on in the season and have been able to string together some excellent games. You'd have to say their overall approach has been well thought out and has been validating those high expectations coming into the season. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC, almost like a triple.
A look at the east over downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns. Back on the road tomorrow and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. And last year they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Will Barton is out there with Freak. No good from the wing. And so here's Phoenix. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I actually thought they might be able to sustain that momentum they picked up in the fourth quarter and grab the win. But it definitely proved anyone wrong who thought early on it wasn't possible. It was possible. It just didn't happen.
And I thought they might make it all the way back, too. Definitely made it for an exciting finish. They just came up a shot short.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. I asked him what players he was really eyeing on the scouting report, and he said one that might surprise you, Kenneth Fareed. He said he plays with so much energy and effort. He really sets the bar for the rest of the team. If we can limit his impact on the game, I think it'll really be to our advantage. Guys, an interesting take. We'll see if they can slow his roll.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Teletovic, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Passes it to Freak. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Freak with it. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Pulls up, high post. And it's off the back rim. No good. Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Warren, good.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
Looking at Denver, they got their last win against Minnesota.
Yeah, ran away with that game, mainly in part because of their offense.
Yeah, the ball movement and player movement, so crisp and sharp, and it led to a lot of high-quality shots for him.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Freak.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Suns leading by 3. And here's Bledsoe. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
And the dunk by Chandler.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Now here's Bledsoe. Defense right on him. And stolen by Freak. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And here's Bledsoe following the three-pointer by Freak. The finish, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
The shot's good from Fareed. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Warren. Following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. No luck.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution. Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns answers.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Chandler. He had a strong showing. 4th in field goal percentage, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league. Moves without the ball and avoids taking bad shots.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
He tries for 3. It's hauled in by Warren.
And you know what? Sometimes there's a reason why you're open. Maybe not the shot you should be taking.
To the left side wing. Brooklyn. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Freak. He's got 18. For 3. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now Bledsoe following the three-point attempt by Freak. Clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Out left to the wing. And that one's good. Barton's got 5.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for your Suns.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Phoenix. Alex Lenz checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. The Nuggets making a switch here. Here's Denver now. They're on a 20-7 run. Tries a 3. And it's Freak missing. Suns trail by 8. Chandler with a screen for Knight. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Nuggets shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. There's the screen. Here's Freak. And the 3 off target. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. And Warren the bucket on the assist by Knight. Now just a 4-point Denver lead.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Freak. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
That's tipped and stolen by Knight. And now it's Knight running. He can go all the way. And he gets the bucket. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
He feeds it to Knight. There's the triple. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Freak. It's good from long range. Freak's got 23 points. Suns trail by 5. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And again, Denver with the triple.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Knight into the lane. No luck.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Now Freak, 26 points for him. To the paint, ball's knocked loose. Chandler with the steal. And stolen by Freak. And laid in to finish the break. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
Henry Sims is checked in for the Suns. And the Nuggets with some changes. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Mirza Teletovic out there with Warren. And it's Chandler. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Curry in a 2-guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He finished with 69 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's Barton after Eric Bledsoe's score, and Freak throws it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And so here's Phoenix. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Teletovic. Connects from three-point range. Teletovic has got 6.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Freak. 32 points in the game. And that one's good. So it's Phoenix now. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Here's Bledsoe, following the basket by Freak. Kicks it to Teletovic. Here's Warren, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Bledsoe. 6 points for him. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
3 turnovers in the quarter alone. A bad stretch, and they can't win this game without better play from him.
Here is Bledsoe. Here's Curry. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Suns third.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Freak. From outside, off the mark. Phoenix has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And Bledsoe, here we go. And the shot is good. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Barton dishes to Freak. They get it again. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter.
Move the ball.
Pulls it up. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
A brief check now of the stats for Bledsoe. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistent. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Freak. He's got 36. Good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Bledsoe kicks to Warren. Now here's Bledsoe. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And stolen by Freak and pushing it up. Here's Denver. And the dunk by Fareed.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And that one's good. Freak. Suns trail by 7. Poke loose and stolen by Freak. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Tipped away. Warren the pass to Teletovic. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 5.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Freak. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Warren. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. That's 7 points for T.J. Warren.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And it's Freak missing. Suns trail by 6. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
He's got space, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Freak with it. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Martin dishes to Gallinari, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. It's making a change here. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nuggets lead by 9. chance now to send you over.
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Yeah, I expect that they might. But at the same time, we're going to have an answer for that because the rest of this team just as dangerous on the offense as me.
You simply can't get enough of you. Thanks for joining us. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. We exposed them in transition. That's the first thing. When we got out and ran, they couldn't hang with us. So keep pushing the ball whenever you get the chance. Something we're doing well right now is spacing and shot selection. And we're shooting it pretty well. Getting open, getting looks, and making sure to make the pass when you don't see something. And we've got the opportunity for some easy inside baskets if we can just get the ball in there. That's the challenge, and that's what I want us doing, feeding the post.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
What a game we've seen here for Freak. 49 points and a ridiculous number of steals.
No idea we see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Freak is out there with Will Barton. 5 on the clock. There's Freak. Rebound by the Suns. Teletovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Bledsoe. Defense right on him. And here's Booker. Back to Bledsoe. 11 feet away. Misses off the right iron. Denver leading by 9. To the wing right side. Freak. The good-looking shot from the wing. Freak's got 51.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Teletovic. Fareed defending. They set the pick. And Teletovic kicks to Bledsoe. Clock at 4. The 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Freak. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Freak's got 54 points. Suns trail by 11. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
It's been a really good night for Eric Bledsoe. 13 points. He's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Freak kicks to Gallinari. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scores from a season ago. Freak, number 1.
You know, last year was a tough season with impressive scoring numbers by several players, but this is the man who came out on top. Let's see how he stacks up this year.
Here's Warren, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Warren's got 9. Denver leading by 7. Barton kicks to Gallinari. He dishes it to Freak. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The feed to Booker. Fires for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Gallinari's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Freak. Fareed the pass to Freak. The Nuggets with another miss. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Teletovic. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Teletovic has got 8 points.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
And now, your Sun Dancers.
Look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 6th in blocks, 7th in rebounding, and they made their way into the top 10 in second chance points. I mean, this is a team that really emphasized chasing down missed shots, and they did a pretty good job of it.
And speaking of all their blocked shots, certainly a team that when you took it inside, you had to keep your head on a swivel. They were lurking at all times.
Here's Freak. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
So he gets them both.
Phoenix time. All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Sun Dancers.
Check out the stats for Gallinari. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Here's Freak. That's short off the rim. Suns trail by 5. Here's Booker. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Freak missing.
I think he's got to find another way to contribute, Kevin, besides looking to shoot the ball. I mean, he just can't get anything to bounce his way this quarter, so he's got to do other things.
That's good.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And again, Denver no good.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even consider taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Curry's checked in for Booker.
Seth Curry.
Here's Warren. 9 points in the game so far. No good from Bledsoe. Now Freak expanding his range. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Outside for Bledsoe. Here's Teletovic. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Bledsoe.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Now, here's Warren. The dish now to Curry. And Bledsoe, here we go. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. Denver in the lead. And a wide open look for Freak. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. For the three. The shot no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Bledsoe's got it all tied up now for Phoenix. Freak with it. Non-stop scoring machine here.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one, Clark.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
That's good. And here are the Suns now. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. That's good. Teletovic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
He's frigid from three. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And he's starting to...
Jeff on some numbers with the hustle stats.
Boy, they're hounding, harassing them. Very impressive. They fought him right away. Turnovers as a result.
Yeah, also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Just a different day. Out here trying to get it each and every way. Mama need it. Baby need it. Time to keep me on. Guess what I'm
His only turnover of the game. He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of Aaron Johnson. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.
They won't play me for no sucker, play me for no paper, make my
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never.
But the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there, and I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment 1 or 2 times. That's the trust you have to have.
Ernie, you know why I like drinking Shaq Fu Punch?
Why?
Because it's about finding the right mix. So in basketball terms, it's about coaches, star role players. Everything has to be working together. That's why these guys can be great.
I can't believe that you just promoted one of your products into discussion of what.
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to Phoenix. And they lost it by a single point. Just one more possession or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone. And they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Hood out there with Shelvin Mack, and it's Hayward in at the small forward. Now here's Freak. Gobert with the block. One-on-one here. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Jazz shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
On defense, Utah. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
Here is Hayward following the basket by Freak, and he gets the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Dishes it to Laverne, passes it to Freak, lets it go with a 3. Shot is off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And Mack kicks to Favors. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Barton. Gobert with the block. Here's Hood. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Gobert, the screen. Here's Favors. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Freak with it. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. No good from the wing. Here's Mack. Pass to Favors. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely to stop the run. And another miss by Denver. Jazz have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Kicks to Hayward. The tray. Offensive rebound. And again, Derek Favors. Favors has got 7 points in the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And that one's good. Free.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the foul.
Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Freak is out there with Will Barton, and it's Laverne in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Utah leading by 14. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns was superb. He ended with 62 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Takes the 13-footer. It's blocked. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. They double in with Freak. 3 on the clock. Burke. The shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Pass to Gallinari. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And there's the pass to Freak, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. Jazz leading by 10. Now here's Burke. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. It's deflected. Over to the wing. Here's Freak. And the lead is down inside single digits. Freak's got 11. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Trying his luck deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Burke. The Jazz with another miss.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Now here's Freak. Burke covering. The 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Burke. And Farid sends it back.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Kevin, I'll tell you, his 3-point shot has looked awful here in the second quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of his slump, but he needs to give it a rest and try something else.
They double in with Freak. Now, here's Burks. Gallinari covering. And Farid sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
The dish to Burke, and stolen by Freak. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Gallinari. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass. Nasty jam.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Fareed. Great pass to set up the weigh-in. Fareed's got his first 2 points of the night.
3 straight hoops in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Yeah, no excuse for giving up the easy, fast break baskets like they have. They've got to do a better job of engaging there.
The Nuggets on offense. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. And it's Freak missing. Jazz leading by 3. Burke dishes to Favors. Pass to Mack. Favors with the screen. Mack, the pass to Gobert. And it is no mistake on the slam dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
From deep. But they recover it. And it's Freak missing.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
And Gobert kicks to Burks.
That's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do. So, that's just
shot
what
clock
it
at
is.
5.
Every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles.
3-pointer. And he gets it to go. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And it's Freak missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night. Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Well, look here last year in the NBA, where the Jazz ranked. Field goal percentage. 13th in fewest turnovers per game. And they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level, not quite good, but okay.
Nurkic checked in for Denver. Off the run. Can't get it to go.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for LeVert. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah.
OG still could fill a room when he rap. Mike Blessing in the recession is cool giving back to occupy labels that moved in and wax now. It come bumpy on the Primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back.
6 on the shot clock. Lots of room. That one wide left.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the lead.
Jazz leading by 8. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Hits the 3-point shot. Freak's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, you look at what they're doing, and it's easy to see why they want to run right now.
They got 9 straight points for them on fast breaks, and you can't blame them for getting out.
Hayward goes in. The Jazz working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Burks. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for Utah. So we've reached the end of the
first 2 quarters at least, turnovers have been a big issue. What are they doing that is causing you so much trouble offensively?
Word up. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere. Real cinema, the feature's a top feature. Whose favorite MC is the Bronx teacher? Flows long around hooks so the words reach you. Joe Jackson on you, Micah. Beat you. Now
You
beat
simply
it.
can't get enough of you. Thanks for joining us. Kevin?
It's front page news, read it.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Like overflowing toilet bowls. The game is a mess. Beef ain't really over with. The only way for me to get over it is to aim at your chest. I rock with a DJ who sets the tone, plugs in 2 12s and a microphone, and I don't stop rocking the beats and keep rocking.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, how about that first half? He's already scored more points than he averages on the season.
Yeah, he's on pace for a monster game. It's too bad he can't score like this every night.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of H2. So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Shelvin Matt, and it's Gobert in at the 5. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. And he overshot that one, missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's put it mildly. I mean,
like we always do it this time. It's the cold blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, crept from behind, and I opened up your blinds, rise and shine. Cold world, same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you, boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic, cause I ain't got an image to uphold. This real, I ain't got a gimmick, I just flowed it. The boy that set fire to the booth, and a gang full of liars. Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. From my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the land. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a young sucker wanna pull them. Even if a young wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. You won't live with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We gotta ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew tie till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die upon the block. With a and the boats fly. And I watch for my life to stop. Hard to see in the cold night. When it's cold at night and my soul and ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight. And I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist. But real homies never turn their back. My homies listen all these tracks. My homies all rapping Mac. We rolling out like Cadillac. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 West side, east side, north side.
Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MC da PP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim eu.
Os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela, essa é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade, ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina. guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues, mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Mil flor, mil dor, mil idioma, mil cor, tipo índio. Tio por, servos de Roma, frios por natureza morta. L'égalité pour mon peuple, s'il vous plaît. Mille pra mim, mille pour select. Ma révolution est black, noir, check. Em matière, meilleur qu'hier. Ma terre me manque, c'est ma place. E o velho sonho, viver em paz. Com necessário, sem ter demais. Verde, mais